Hello and welcome. This is Michele Christensen of OneNote Worthy Life, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up automated email forwarding in Outlook to send emails directly to OneNote. So this is a follow-up to my email to OneNote video where I showed how to send email directly to OneNote. Throughout today's video, I'm going to assume that you've already watched that or that you know how sending email directly to OneNote works. If you haven't watched that or you're not familiar with how to email directly to OneNote, now would be a good time to pause this video and go and watch that video, which is linked in the description, and then come back and watch the rest. So the short version of emailing to OneNote is that after a brief setup, you can send email directly to the address me@onenote.com, and your email will be saved with a nice format and all attachments included in the notebook and section that you specify during setup. I cover how to do that and all the details about that in the previous video. An important thing to mention is that when emailing directly to your OneNote account, everybody uses the same email address, which is me@onenote.com. So after I posted this video, Jan left me this comment, which said, interesting, perhaps if you set up an email forwarding rule in your email, you can automate forwarding emails that you receive into OneNote. So I thought that this was a really interesting question, and I started testing and trying to get this to work. The summary is that I could not get automatic email forwarding to work in Gmail, but I did get it to work in Outlook. I didn't test any other email services. The problem with Gmail is that you can only set up automatic email forwarding to an email account that you have access to. In order to verify this, Gmail sends you a verification code to the email to which you want to forward. Since everybody uses the same email address, that is me@onenote.com, I had no way of getting the code and verifying my account. If you have found a workaround for this, please let me know in the comments, and if I can get it to work, I'll make a follow-up video. I did hit a few snags setting this up in Outlook, and I'll cover those briefly toward the end just in case you hit them too. So there's two things I want to talk about first, which is that first of all, you have to add your Outlook address to your Microsoft account. Now this might sound strange, but you don't have to use or even have an Outlook address to use OneNote or Microsoft 365. I created and added my Outlook account just for this video. The second thing is that before you can set up your Outlook email address to forward some of your emails directly to OneNote, you have to configure your Outlook email address in the Email to OneNote feature. So this is to make sure that OneNote knows what to do with that email when it arrives. I cover that in the first video on sending email to OneNote. Now that you have done those two things, you're ready to set up an automatic forwarding rule in Outlook. For this video, I sent myself email from an old Yahoo account, and then I told Outlook to always forward emails from this center to me@onenote.com. So the first thing I want to point out is that no matter what rules and criteria you have set up in Outlook, when you automatically forward to OneNote, all of those emails will land in the same section of OneNote because they all come from the same email address, which is your Outlook email address. As we covered in the previous video, each email address you add into the Email to OneNote feature goes to a single section in a single notebook that you specify during setup. So second, just for completeness, I want to mention that there is a way to override what section your email lands in by using an @ symbol with the section name in the title of your email. So if you can configure your Outlook rules to do this, you might be able to have certain emails be automatically forwarded and land in different sections of OneNote, but that's beyond my knowledge of Outlook rules at this time. So I'm going to show you how this works once it's all set up, and then we'll talk about how to set it up and the snags I ran into. So this was what the email looked like in Yahoo before I sent it. It has this title, which is Message for Forwarding Video. It has just a line of text for the body of the email. And then it has this image. This is embedded in the body of the message. And then there's also an attachment, which I couldn't get on the same screenshot, but this is what it looks like. It's just this purple square. Then this is what it looked like when it landed in Outlook. So you can see it looks pretty much the same. It got the body and it shows a preview of the attachment. What's interesting is that you can see that the image I had embedded in the body of the message is not there. It didn't come through to Outlook. And I think this has something to do with Outlook safe sender settings, meaning Outlook doesn't want to show you images that you might not want to see, like if you get an image from someone that you don't know. So there should be a way to override that. I did spend quite a bit of time trying to find it and I couldn't find it. But I wanted to go ahead and show you this so that you could see how it looks once it lands in OneNote, given this little hiccup in getting the email to display properly in Outlook. Then this is what it looked like when it finally landed in OneNote. So you can see it keeps the header information, which I really like. It shows, that it came from my Yahoo address. This was the date and time it was sent. It went to my Outlook email address. It has the subject. It has the body of the message. And then the image, as you can see, it didn't come through because it wasn't in the Outlook email. But the attachment actually came through in full size, which I thought was really interesting. It has the file name for the attachment, and then at the very bottom it shows that this message that you're viewing came from my Outlook account. So I thought that was just, really nice. Like, I really like the way this email to OneNote feature works. So now I want to show you how to set up the rule. I'm going to switch over to Outlook and show you how to add a rule. So now I'm in Outlook, and I found that the easiest way to set a rule up was to select an email that's an example of what you want to set the rule for. So in this case, it's this one that's highlighted in blue. I've already selected it. So I'm going to click Rules and Create Rule. And first thing I'm going to say is when I get an email with the selected condition, so I only want one of these, that it was from, that's my old Yahoo address. And then forwarding is under the advanced option. So I'm going to click there. And then I have to re-verify that step 1, which is the only condition I want, is that it comes from that email address. I'm going to click Next. And then what do you want to do with it? Well, I want to forward it to a person or public group. And then I have to click this and define where I want it sent. And I happen to have this contact in the contacts of this Outlook account. So I'm going to click OK. So looking at my rule, it says apply this rule after the message arrives. So if it's from, that's my old Yahoo account, forward it to me at OneNote.com. So I'm going to click Next. And then you can do exceptions, which I don't have. Next. And I'm going to turn on this rule and then finish. So now the rule is set up, and once I had done this, it worked exactly the way I showed it to you. But that's just how you set it up. So once I have that rule set up, I have both Outlook and OneNote configured to work correctly together. Outlook knows that emails that come from my old Yahoo address should automatically be forwarded to me at OneNote.com. OneNote knows that when it receives an email from my Outlook account, that it should place that email in the email forwarding section of the demo notebook, which is where we are now. I did that so that it showed up right where it should for this video. If I was setting this up for work or some other purpose, I'd probably pick a different section, like maybe something that would function as a catch-all until I could sort the pages to where they belong. So now I just want to mention the snags I ran into. These are kind of quirky things, so you may or may not see them, but they did take a while to track down and fix, so I wanted to mention them to save you some time if you do find them. So the first problem I had was I had this long letter number string of Outlook for my Outlook address rather than the Outlook address that I had set up. And the way I noticed this was that when I was trying to test this, a lot of the emails coming from or to my Outlook account were bouncing or were coming back as undeliverable. And so when I went into the Outlook account, I found this weird letter number string followed by Outlook.com as the address it was using. And it turns out that this is a known problem that occurs when the primary alias on your Microsoft account is not an Outlook account. So this is actually simpler than it may sound. You can have up to 6 email addresses that you use for your single Microsoft account. Each of these emails is called an alias. At the time I was having this error, I was using a different email address than Outlook as the primary alias or email address for my Microsoft account. There's a link to the help article on this with 2 workarounds, and for me, all I had to do was follow the second workaround, and this problem disappeared. The second problem I found was that the automatic forwarding didn't work when I made another email address the primary alias on my Microsoft account. So again, you can have a OneNote or a Microsoft account without ever setting up an Outlook account. And in fact, I set up my Outlook account just to film this video. And the automatic forwarding only works when the Outlook is set as the primary alias. Now, functionally, this changes nothing for me. I can still log in using the credentials I've always used, and it doesn't change anything. But the automatic forwarding will only work when Outlook is primary. So I don't see a reason not to have Outlook as my primary, because I can still log in using the credentials I've been using the whole time. One thing to note, though, is that if you do want to change which alias is your primary, pay attention to how many times you do it, because you can only do it a certain number of times, maybe in a week or in a few days, and I changed it too many times and then I was stuck with mine for a week. So I was delayed in getting this filmed. The third thing I found is the thing we saw already, which is that Outlook did not display the image that was in my message. So that image didn't make it back to OneNote. And again, I think that has something to do with Outlook's safe sender settings. So that's it. That is the result of answering Jan's comment about automatically forwarding your email to OneNote. I couldn't get it to work in Gmail, but I got it to work pretty well in Outlook, and I could see this being really useful, especially if you deal with a high volume of email and already use a lot of sorting rules. If you end up using this tip, let me know how you use it, and if you found anything I missed in the comments in this video, or a way to fix any of the problems I had. If you like this video and want to see more OneNote tutorials like this, as well as content on productivity, personal organization, and GTD, or getting things done, please subscribe and hit the like button to let YouTube know that you like this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye!